what happened, locally. I am your host, Videlis Njoki, and that is my sign name. We have the news that happened locally and also international. Welcome and join us here at Science TV for brief news. On to our first news item. IPOA has launched investigation after a woman miscarried her unborn child in police custody at Rwanyambo Police Post, Nyandarua. It is reported that the mother asked for medical attention for her unborn child and herself while in police cell, but the officer in charge of the cells assumed and never released her to seek medical attention. The mother thereafter experienced a miscarriage, and now she was released for medication. The police spokesperson, Moshiri Nyaga, has confirmed they are closely following up the incident before issuing a formal statement. On to our next news item. Youth activist Newton Khamasi has strongly criticized the government's allocation of 150 million shillings to the Directorate of Criminal Investigations for social media monitoring. His remarks follow national outrage over the death of Albert Ojwang, who died shortly after being arrested for a social media post. Khamasi argued the funding would enable further surveillance and intimidation of government critics, warning that it undermines civil liberties. He also condemned what he described as chaotic and misaligned budgeting processes, accusing lawmakers of failing to uphold the values of Kenya's 2010 Constitution. On to our next news item. Homa Bay Town MP, Peter Kaluma, has urged Kenyans to avoid rushing to judgment over the death of Albert Omondi Ojwang, who died in police custody on June 8th. Kaluma emphasized the need to uphold due process and warned against letting public outrage undermine the rule of law. He stressed that serious charges like murder require solid evidence and must meet a strict legal threshold. He also invoked historical and religious examples to caution against mob justice, underscoring the importance of legal procedure in ensuring accountability. On to our next news item. Jubilee Party Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni has accused Kenyan security agencies of deliberately concealing the truth behind the death of Albert Omondi Ojwang, a teacher and blogger who died in police custody. Today, during a live radio interview, Kioni criticized the slow investigation, contrasting it with swift action in high-profile cases. He questioned the impartiality of law enforcement and highlighted growing public skepticism. Ojwang, arrested in Homa Bay and later found dead. In Nairobi, was reportedly a victim of self-inflicted injuries, claims Kioni and others have strongly disputed as misleading and disrespectful. On other news, Ramesh Viswash Kumar, a 40-year-old British national, is the only known survivor of the Air India crash that killed 241 others in Islamabad on June 12. Police says he had been seated near an emergency exit on the London-bound flight and may have jumped out. He was found with injuries and taken to hospital, where he recounted the aftermath of the crash. Footage aired by Indian media show a man matching his description, limping on a street. The cause of the crash remains under investigation as authorities work to identify victims and retrieve flight data. We are very sorry for the families here as Science TV family. We send our condolences to all the affected family and the family of people who died and who had been affected by that circumstance. We wish you a quick recovery and to have a quick recovery on your health. Thank you for joining us here at Science TV. This week, it has happened a lot of things, a lot of demonstration that has brought fear in our country, but we hope this afternoon people are well and they can be safe back home. Thank you very much, and also bye. See you at our subsequent news bulletin of 7 p.m. with Ruth Wairimo. Bye-bye.